TJ, and then if you ask your first question, if you could identify your name, who you're with, that'd be awesome. And when we're asking the guys questions, who the questions are for. All right, appreciate y'all. Coach, are you ready?
Yeah, exciting time of year for all of us involved in college basketball. You know, we're just a couple weeks away from the regular season starting, and so I appreciate all you guys not only being here today, but helping kind of get the message out. There's some upcoming things we have in the program. We'll have an exhibition game here at the Pavilion, 7 o'clock on Monday night, and I look forward to that. Then the season opener the following Monday. We start the season, you know, with 3 home games here in the Pavilion, and then the 4th game of the season will be the throwback game at 8 p.m. in the Tad Pad. So just getting the word out with our schedule and game times. I think the first 4 games of the season, or the first 3 are at 7 p.m., and that Tad Pad game's at 8 p.m., giving everybody time to get situated in the Grove with the football game the next day, and then tipping that game off at 8. We thought it would make a lot of sense for the fans. Excited for TJ and Juju to be here today and to kind of get their individual stories and the team story out today.
Ben Garrett from the Ole Miss Spirit. Jaylen, you had a lot of options in the portal. What made Ole Miss the right fit for you?
When I first got in contact with Coach Ben, you know, I just felt the respect that he had for me. You know, I got a lot of respect for him. Previous years, I see him coach at different places. I see him win. So just off that, I knew that me coming here would be a great opportunity.
What all schools did you consider? Who all did you consider, really?
I considered, I was talking to Seton Hall, my old coach, Richmond, and I'll say that's probably about it. And then I had got in contact with Coach Ben.
Jaylen, Neil McCready with Rivals.com. What's been the culture shock or adjustment or whatever from New York to Mississippi?
Yeah, it's kind of a little different from New York to Mississippi, but I like it. I like the people out here too.
What's been the most interesting transition, I guess?
Just the way how things go out here. It's kind of a little slow, especially where I'm from. But I like this place. You know, I like the people out here. I like just the places where you could go eat and stuff like that. It's a good community out here. I like it.
TJ, Ben Garrett. Let me keep repeating myself. All right, TJ. This is year 2 for you, and obviously there's been some change. And what is your role? You know, like as far as how it's changed, how it's kind of adjusted since last year. Yeah.
Last year as a freshman, I think I had a pretty big role, but I think this year I have a much bigger role to myself and to the team. Just, being a sophomore now, having a better feel for the game. So, yeah.
What's Coach Beard really asked of you as far as role, and where's he got all you playing?
Really just effort. Last year I was pretty much on the ball a lot, but this year I'm more like off the ball and just effort, defense, anything that contributes to winning, we got to do it.
A lot of your teammates has brought you up as a guy who's already kind of shown early as far as, playing well and practicing well. What's been the difference for you? I mean, what have you really tried to develop as far as your individual game to be better?
I think just the culture. We just get in the gym a lot, work on our game. So, just putting all that on the court, just putting it together, I think it just makes me a better player altogether.
I guess for both of y'all, Jared Redding inside the Rebels and 24/7 Sports, obviously with a lot of new faces, all but 5 players on this team new. Are y'all both surprised at all just how fast things have kind of come together, especially, with y'all fighting time the way y'all have?
Yeah, kind of, because this team kind of gelled together fast. As soon as everybody got here, like the whole team at once, we just got together, had a whole bunch of team stuff we had to do, so we kind of gelled quickly.
I feel like the coaching staff, we got a great coaching staff, and for this to be our first year, the way that our coaches had us bonding so quick, it played a big part in this team.
TJ, David Eckert, the Clarion Ledger. Can you just walk us through your decision to stay? I'd imagine that was a decision that you had to make.
Yeah, last year at the end of the year, it was kind of hectic for me and a couple of my teammates that had stayed. We was wondering just what was going to happen. And then, the rumors got out that Chris Beard was going to be the next coach. And once I heard that, I was pretty confident in it that he was going to be here. And I didn't really have a thought of entering the portal. I was just going to see how things worked out, and they worked out pretty good so far.
Juju, the last time we talked, you talked about Jaylen being a heavy part of, you visiting here, coming here, and kind of learning about the program and all that. And it seems like he's done the same thing, with Brandon Murray as well and a couple of others. Just what does it mean to have a guy like that who's been here a couple of years and kind of just wear that Ole Miss logo like badge of his honor, just pretty much be a recruiter in a sense?
Well, to be honest, I always say I feel like Jamin is the face of the school. So, just for him to being with me throughout my recruitment, talking to me, I just feel like you need people like that on your team. Just be outgoing and just trying to just help your teammates and just let them know you're here for them. That's always be a great person to have.
TJ, what did you learn from last year? I mean, that was a difficult season, a lot of adversity. What did you take from it?
What I took from it, just the game, the transition from high school to college is real different, the pace, everything. So I just got out there, got used to it, and I feel like I'm real comfortable in it now.
I know he's sitting right there, so you got to be careful what you say, but what's been the biggest transition to playing for Coach Beard?
I'd probably say it's hard and easy playing for Coach Beard. It's easy because all he wants to do is win. So, effort, all that, but it's hard because winning is hard, obviously. So you got to do all these things, effort, all that at all times. So, yeah.
One of the things that Coach Beard was talking about at SEC Media Day with you taking that next step from year 1 to year 2 is consistency. In your view, do you kind of see that more as kind of on both sides of the ball or more offensively or defensively?
I kind of see it on both sides of the ball. There's a lot of aspects that go into defense and offense that contribute to winning. So I feel like you got to be on point of all that to get to that end goal.
Any more questions for the guys? All right, appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.